Hey, come on with me, we'll go on a hike to my favorite place, the Squares. It's a unique place, a grid of unpaved roads so that you're always walking around a rectangle. We just call it the Squares to make it funny.
Here's the hiker's eye view in the Squares on the Florida Trail. There's a canal next to me, and across the canal is the J.W. Corbett Wildlife Management Area. Unfortunately, they've burnt a lot of this section, and it makes it look kind of ugly. I just heard an alligator jump into the water over here somewhere. I don't see him. And he's in there. That's Corbett on the other side of the canal. One of the big open marshy areas. There's a hawk. I think he's a red shoulder, but the light is such I can't really see. He was just screaming at me a minute ago. He still hasn't seen me.
He's just busy rooting around, doing his thing on a really nice afternoon.
Here I am bushwhacking in a nice little section, shady, with a bunch of oaks. Well, I'm still on the canal road, and because the Florida Trail turned into the interior of the park, like nobody comes up here. They do apparently drive a pickup truck through and keep it open, but this just does not get a lot of foot traffic. And I haven't been up here in years. The unique feature of this natural area, the locals, we call it the Squares. It's actually rectangles. But it was once going to be a housing development. And so there's a pattern. There's 7 broad north-south avenues and about 27 of these east-west pathways that are not as wide. And so there's a zillion intersections, long views from most of them all over. It's really quite unique. You just don't see this anyplace else where you can go hiking. Nothing like a long view. Hey Bambi. Yeah, I see that you see me. I'm not real close, so you don't have to worry. How are you doing today?
Then I saw his 2 friends.
3 deer running away. A lot of evidence of them burning along this canal road. I suspect it gets picked because they can bring their trucks and stuff in on this road, and that makes it easier for them to destroy the forest for money. Well, other than the fact that they've burnt around here, this is a nice section. Looks like you just walk through all those trees. Well, the burning up here is pretty extensive. This has been going on for a while. It burned a good quarter-mile in, it looks like. Maybe not quite that far. It burnt a lot. Tell me burning these trees was good for the forest and the animals. Because I'm not buying it. Here's a tranquil scene with some big birds just hanging out. What is that, like an Imperial Star Destroyer in the sky there? Kind Coming down for a landing. Hey guys, how you doing? Well, they got a couple of crickets turned on. Who's conducting this symphony? This would have been a really nice street to walk along before they burnt it. I'm on my way back down the canal road. It's gotten a little cloudier. Temperatures are pretty nice. They're low 70s. I really like this section in here. It's got a bunch of oaks and shades of green. And you can kind of wander into it. Bushwhack, as the word goes. It's late in the day. I'm heading back towards the parking lot. Got off the canal road to go through a little bit of forest before I get to the car. And I love it when the tops of the trees are lit up in the afternoon. A deer just ran across there. I wonder if he's got any buddies that are going to come out. Apparently not. I like this street. Got a lot of variety of trees around it. Oak and pine and cabbage palm. Looks really nice. Well, I'm almost back to the car. Another quarter mile or so. And you can see they've done quite a bit of burning here. And maybe they say they're only getting the brush, but they're getting the trees. And this looks like the limit of it is on, to the west over here. There's the view to the east. And to the north, the trail's a little constricted. To the west, doesn't go very far. The canal's back behind those trees, maybe 200 yards. And then down to the south where the parking lot is. But there's all these long views in this place. It's really amazing. I think the sunset is setting up nicely. We got some good pastels there going. Peachy and aqua.
I had gone hiking in the same places in the squares in January and didn't see any burning on that side. And so when I went on this hike, I was a little dismayed to see some of that burning. And then a week later, they were burning it again. They were going to burn another 2,000 acres. That was just a couple days ago. Obviously, I haven't been back. There are a couple nice places I found on this hike, and I really don't think I'm ever going to see them again. I'm sure they must have burnt them. So I really don't like the prescribed burn, but I love the squares, and I still had a great time